Hi. Well, this is going to be a long video, likely. We went on some... Go away, plushies, Jesus Christ. We went on some very fun trips all around Melbourne, finding op shops and cashies and game stores and stuff like that, and bought a whole bunch of stupid crap. I can't really describe it as anything but that. I make very good financial decisions. If you're interested into seeing the financial decisions a little earlier than a video, there's Instagram link below, there's a Discord link below, a bunch of other stuff linked below that you should check out. Otherwise, I will find where you live. Maybe. In Minecraft. I don't know where to start. I'm actually overwhelmed. The coolest thing I got. I have a copy of Windows XP Home. Anyway. The actual coolest thing I got is not actually true. I found this at a what was it, an op shop? Yeah. I have people watching, which makes me very nervous. This is how to win at Nintendo Games 4, which has games like The Legend of Zelda and Zelda 2 and Tetris. You can't win at Tetris. Even though there was just a video recently of someone beating Tetris. Anyway, pick a console.
360. Start with that, Sam.
Alright. Start with the one that I usually go with last, because he's ruined my order. Recently, I came to the conclusion that I should probably variant collect because I like to make poor life choices. So I got a stack of Xbox 360 games, half classics, half games I already owned, and a couple of new ones sort of spread throughout. So when I say games I already own, like if you have a look at the shelf over there, you might be able to see it. There's two different Xbox shelves. One of them contains special editions, and one of them contains normal, this is Mass Effect 3, single green cover or silver cover discs. I have a problem, so therefore I thought to myself, I want a copy of every game on that shelf, which means I can't put big special editions on there because they don't stack well. I can't necessarily part with, like, if I have a Halo 3 collector's edition up there, I want the disc to be with the collector's edition. I don't want to separate them. If I have, well, up there I've got the Kinect Star Wars 360, which has Kinect Star Wars, which is just the best game ever created. And I want that to stay with the box because I have a problem once again. So I thought to myself, I'll just get every game again. Big number, go burr. So yeah, I got Mass Effect 3, which I did own, but I had it in like a steelbook thing, so I thought, why not? The story behind all this is, everything in this video cost less than $300. I've already sold a couple of things, and brings that price down to about $200 over the course of the last month or so. But there were some crazy deals. Mass Effect was from Cashies? Cashies? They were just like, yeah, we've knocked down all the prices of the games. They're all like $2, $3, or $4. So I walked out with like this massive stack of DS and 360 games. And there was another shop we went to, was like 3 for $12. So I got a couple from there as well. I got this. I already have this, but this was like 25 cents, and it's like a decent cover. So I'll swap this out with something else. Born Conspiracy, once again I had this, but this is the collector's edition, which is the exact same game, but it contains the Born Ultimatum movie on DVD. Moving on. Bioshock Classics. So with Classics games, I have tried to clean these as best as I can. I'll get to that in a second. Classic games have a specific Classics disc but the same manual. And a lot of the Classics games I find are actually either just the Classics discs or just the Classics cover. And we can't have that. These are all intact, I should say. Surf's Up, which I did not own. This was actually quite pricey. It was like $20. It was probably the most expensive game I bought. Assassin's Creed 2 Game of the Year Edition, Classics. This is another one like that I got really cheap. Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 3. And this was like $4 marked down from $40 or something ridiculous like that, so I was quite happy. Battlefield Bad Company 2, what is this? Classics Certified Bestseller Awarded. Good game. I actually recommend the Bad Company series. Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter Classics in the silver cover, not the green cover. Mass Effect 2 Classics, once again it's the green one, makes all the difference. PES6 Classics. Sensing a theme yet? Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. That's just the manual. Classics. Splinter Cell Conviction Classics. Fight Night Round 3 Classics. It's one of the first 360 games I played was Fight Night Round 3 with my friend at his place. It was quite fun. Skylanders Giants. Now, I'm pretty sure I have that up there. Yeah, I do. But, once again, it's not on the shelf, and now it is. Gears of War. We tried for like a good 3 or 4 minutes to get these stickers off per game. Cashies. I hate you. But Cashies I can forgive. They're just a pawn shop. They're like, what would be the American equivalent?
I think they have cash converters, don't they?
That's the UK that has it, not America.
Whatever show Pawn Wars is.
Pawn Stars.
Isn't it just...
Gold and Silver's pawn shop, the franchise.
Yeah.
They're just a generic pawn shop. But there's another shop we went to. There's a specific used game collector shop, and they have stickers that you cannot get off, and I don't understand it. Gears of War 2. So I didn't own a normal copy. I only had the collector's copy for that. Dead Island. I only had a collector's copy of that. No, I only had a classics copy of that, I think. Borderlands 2. I only had a collector's copy of that. Rage. I only had a collector's copy of that. You saw nothing. Don't you laugh. Definitely a game I want to play. Zumba Rush. Yeah. And Dragon Age Origins. This was marked as $49, and it was ended up being, I think, $3, because they were just like, we hate games, and they specifically told us to come back, because we're always there looking at the games like, come back, please take all this shit off our hands, we hate ourselves, get rid of them. So we're going to do that. I guess we'll continue along the Xbox theme. Xbox One, which is another console that I'm sort of starting up the collection for a bit more aggressively, because Xbox One is kind of transitioning into that no one really cares anymore stage, even though they're backwards compatible, forwards compatible with the series. I hate their fucking naming. Anyway, this one I specifically bought because Control is a really great game. We've been trying to play it on stream, and it fucked up at the ashtray maze, and we can't continue it. It's the best part of the game. We could skip it to the next part, but that's literally the only part of the game I wanted to play with Gizmo in that, and I can't, so fuck my life, I guess. Jurassic World Evolution actually looks like a decent game, but I doubt it, because it's a movie license game. Prison Architect, a really good game. I don't see how this would work on Xbox. It's like trying to play Command and Conquer on a console. This one doesn't have a sleeve. Oh, Titanfall, because this was like 13 cents and I needed the cover. So, yeah, there's that. Jedi Fallen Order, that's the first one?
Yeah.
Because Jedi Survive is the second. Fantastic game, highly recommend it. I still haven't played the second yet, I really got to get on that. Madden 19 that had been eaten by a cat. You can see that, but yeah, once again, I could not get the stickers off it. FIFA 21. This is a copy of FIFA 20. That's not going to survive. That's going to be another cover. And Homefront: The Revolution. The FIFA 20 came with something else. Oh my god. It came with this. Oh, fucking hell. I don't own an Xbox One S. And I still don't. This has already been sold off. So they got a price of $140 on there. I paid $100. Not because I wanted the console, obviously, that's getting sold. Not because I wanted the game, because it was FIFA 20, and I already had a copy. But more specifically, because it came with, oh god, the Lost has died. Now he's getting a cuddle in the corner. The grey and blue Xbox One controller, which I once again tried to get the stickers off and it did not fucking work. Came with batteries too, that's an extra like 80 cents of value. No, they're energizers, like $1.60. I walked in and saw this a few weeks ago, but I didn't want to pay $140 for the controller and the Xbox. It ended up being like $100. Sold the Xbox off. So technically, girl mathing, I paid $20 for this, which it's relatively expensive, I think, controller. Doesn't have a box, which is annoying, because every other controller I own has a box, but whatever. And once again, continuing on the Microsoft theme, I got Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers because Gizmo wanted to play this, and I'm for that life. Excuse me. And Disney Extreme Skate Adventure. These were all complete. Everything I bought on the Xbox was complete, because that's the way I roll with Xbox games. Once again, I could not get the sticker off. Nope, I'm not gonna try. This game looks terrible. That is all. But that perfectly leads into me shuffling around my table of crap here. This is a lot of crap. Into PC games. Why does it perfectly lead into PC games? Because Reaper was nice enough to go to an op shop near me and got me Disney's Extremely Goofy Skateboarding. This also looks awful. And it requires an 8 megabyte video card. I'm pretty sure I have 12 gigs in my one. I don't know if that's going to be enough. I don't know how math works. We've got SimCity Classic. I love SimCity. I'm very, very, very extraordinarily bad at it. So, we'll see how that goes. Sims 4. So here's the thing about the Sims games, right? They all come with a CD key. Once you use the CD key in Origin for at least, like, I think it's Sims 3 and Sims 4, but at least Sims 4, you can no longer play the game if you sell it. Like, the code is no longer useful for anyone else. This is useless. Draw whatever conclusion from that you'd like. Speaking of useless, Rescue Helicopter Simulator 2014. Wow, I didn't look at the back before I saw this. Doesn't that look just fucking depressing? The guy, it looks like he's a stock photo guy, and he's just like, I hate my life. Anyway.
He's the wig girl.
The what? The wig girl. For context, there are these like awful wigs around in like the cheap $2 stores around here, and they've all got the same girl wearing the wigs, and you can see which photos were taken at the start of the day, the middle of the day, and the end of the day, because she looks like she's being held captive. It's truly hilarious, and I feel sorry for her, but hey, I guess $10 is $10. Battlefield Special Forces, which I wish I actually saw this when you got it from the store, Reaper, because it has the Battlefield 2 installer disc, and it has the Special Forces disc. I don't think it has the Battlefield 2 play disc, which is required to play it.
Pretty sure it's the one on the right hand side.
That's the installer disc.
Battlefield 2.
That's the Special Forces disc.
Have they done the thing where they double stack the discs?
No. I genuinely think it's just missing a disc. I
did send you a photo.
I know. I regret not checking it. We have the peanut gallery in here, in case you didn't notice. Speaking of, well, I guess Cities XL Platinum. That's pretty cool. I like city builders. I'm extraordinarily bad at them, but I like to sort of see how far I can get with my lack of knowledge about city building. It's generally like I get to like 1,000 population, and then traffic is bad, and then power is bad, and then sanitation is bad, and then services are bad, and it's just a loop of fixing those forever until I give up. Sims. I got the Bon Voyage. It's French, I don't respect it. Expansion pack. These are all complete. I paid like $2 each, which is the max I'll pay for this. You can both shut the fuck up. I can speak English, I can't speak French. I can't speak English. I'm pretty sure this actually rounds out my Sims 2 collection. Celebration stuff, teen style stuff, and apartment life expansion pack. I genuinely don't understand the appeal. If you watch my programming streams, I actually love The Sims from an AI perspective. I think it's fantastic. I think the game is stupid. It's kind of the inverse of SimCity, where SimCity was based on Chris Roberts, is that his name? I think so. Whatever. Correct me in your head. Making a world builder for the game he was making at the time, which was like a helicopter fighting rescue sim, and the actual making of the maps was more fun, so he turned that into SimCity and became like this absolute phenomenon because it's actually an incredible game. It's kind of the inverse of that. The tech is cool, the game sucks. Anyway, I got Fisher Price Big Action Garage. Which one of you two wanted that? You?
Me. I played it as a kid.
You played it as a kid. This one, okay, Lego Creator. Now, I have no illusions this game's going to be good, but I love this like Lego thing, because apparently I think there's 3 different Lego games in this style of case, and they all like clip onto each other, and now I have a life goal. I didn't have that before. PC Genius, all about food. I make very good financial decisions. The Magic School Bus explores in the age of dinosaurs. So this one and the rest of them that I got here, I'm trying to collect like the early 90s and early 2000s Microsoft published big box slash game slash whatever stuff that they had. So stuff like Hellbender, stuff like Dilbus desktop games, the flight simulators, which I'll get to that, and all that kind of stuff. I think the boxes look really cool. Age of Empires, all that kind of stuff. I love that. And this was one of them. And so was Microsoft Musical Instruments, Microsoft Multimedia Beethoven, the Ninth Symphony. I can't imagine what this actually would be. Like, I don't... It's still skilled. It's got
just a PowerPoint presentation.
I think it's got a real thick manual and it looks about 40 or 50 pages. I imagine it's just like, maybe it's the sheet music in a CD jewel case plus the song, which I guess in like 1992 when this came out, that might have been a bit harder to find. Microsoft Bookshelf 94. I found this. Was it that one? Or was it? No, it was Musical Instruments. Yeah. On the side of the Musical Instruments one, there's a 1. And there was a second copy of this at the same thrift store. And I was looking at the side, I'm like, that's got 1 on it. Does the other one have like a 2 on it? Or there's like a second thing? It was the same one. And then I ended up finding like 6 more copies of Bookshelf in different stores. Cinemedia 95. I'm 99% sure I actually had this, and like Britannica, growing up. Britannica 96, I think it was, or 97 or something like that. Which, I mean, if you think about it in terms of like me as a 8-year-old, 9-year-old, being able to look up anything on a computer and being that kind of nerd, and then I probably just looked up like boobs. I don't think I did. I don't actually think I did. I probably did. It's just like, it's a thing that kids now, and this is a very old man yells at cloud. You don't understand how good you have it in terms of information and knowledge. You can literally get a tutorial or a YouTube video or a guide on how to do literally anything. You could probably perform open heart surgery using an Indian tutorial on YouTube. I use that not as a racist thing, but every tutorial that is good for programming is by an Indian dude in his like wardrobe taking a video, and it's always incredible. And it's always can't understand a friggin' thing because they use a microphone that sounds like it's going through a shoe. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that, but the rest of that, and I'm going to get to the best thing I actually bought from this haul. Genuinely incredible. I got the X-Wing Collector Series, which I think I need to replace the covers for that. The jewel cases were all fucked. But that's fine. Now, the box is a little bit knackered on that one, but I'm planning on getting some like the hard plastic shells that you can get for like NES games and stuff like that. Which, if I could reach my shelf, I'd show you what I meant. So that would sort of like keep the box all together. The box itself is in decent condition. It doesn't. The cardboard's a little bit weathered. This one, however, Flight Simulator for Windows 95, is one of those like Microsoft published ones. See, it's got the certificate of authenticity. Doesn't. Yeah. No, it's on that paper that like money. If you try to photocopy money, it gets mad about it. So the later ones had like a holographic label, kind of like sort of that thing. I don't know how well it's going to come up, or whatever. And Combat Flight Simulator 2, World War II Pacific Theater. I was looking it up. This is one of the later ones they released. I think this might have been the last of this style of Microsoft Flight Sim that they released. So I like having that. They were not very expensive, but are you ready? Are you sitting down? Are you sitting down? Are you sitting down?
I think so.
I don't know if you know this. I like very stupid things. I have a box of clip art up there. It's like 100,000 clip art on 9 CDs with a manual this thick, A4. So you can pick which CD you want to get your clip art from. I love stupid PC software, especially in big boxes. And good God, I think I found the greatest thing ever. It is the Sports Illustrated Swimsuit Calendar and Screensaver. Create a screensaver and custom calendar that will make your day. Could you imagine like your dad installing this on the family computer, and one day you just like open up Britannica 96 to do your homework and you just see that? Anyway. Yes, we're still going. Generally, cash converters, the local like chain pawn shop, they have real shit prices on games. This time, they had some decent prices on NES games in my local one, and I travelled to southeast, like 60 k's away, something like that. It was like an hour. And I found a Super Nintendo game, which I'm going to go through first, which was Final Fantasy Mythic Quest. This is complete. This is the NTSC version. I do have an NTSC SNES, so that's fine. God, these covers were awful. Like, role-playing series, like the black box NES games where it's like, this is the action series, and this is the whatever shooting series. It's like, I'm so glad that went out with the age. I also got Stealth and a very, very battle-worn California games. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see that, but it's like, oh, that's crunchy. It looks like someone's like stepped on it or punched it. What do you reckon?
Surfing USA, they got real mad.
Yeah, that's a rage quit. You played that one?
What?
Have you played the surfing game in this?
No, I'm just saying that Angie.
Yeah, they're angy. Or they tried to use it as a skateboard after playing California games. Who knows? A couple of other, N64 games. I don't like the N64. This is not a new thing. These I did not buy for me. I didn't even buy them at all. But they're going in the collection, so I'm stealing them. Rugrats in Paris, the movie, and Rugrats Treasure Hunt. Is that like a nostalgia thing, I assume?
Nintendo 64 is amazing.
It's the worst console ever.
Incorrect.
Rugrats
I'd rather play the hentai machine.
Rugrats is the best cartoon from the 90s.
They're both wrong about both of their statements. But I happened to pick up a very questionable Atari game. After looking up, this is just like a clone of Pitfall. This game is called Tomboy on the Atari. And if you just look at it, it's kind of nondescript. But then you look a little bit closely up. And he's got some impressive man titties. This was like $2. And generally I wouldn't... Well, actually that's a lie, I definitely would. But, good lord. Don't take this out of context. I saw his titties and had to buy it. What am I doing with my life? And I got a couple of other random Wii games. I got Disney Pixar Cars. It's been a fucking day. And Karaoke Revolution. These are only a couple of bucks each. Once again, like basically everything except for the Xbox console was like less than $5 on this that I've gone through so far. I don't think anything was more than $5. Except for the Rugrats games. They were, but I didn't pay for them, so it doesn't count. Girl math. Girl Keep, Gate Boss, Sunlight, whatever. I have a Disney Infinity thing, which this is like the 12th one I have, so... But it came with Fear and the core memories from Inside Out. Yeah, thank you, Peanut Gallery. It was like $2 for the whole lot, so I thought I'd take a risk, and I mean, these are relatively rare. These usually are pretty expensive, and I didn't have them, so I just knocked it off the table, and I knocked over all the plushies. Oh my fucking god. My couch is a little bit bowed. And I also got a Starlink pilot pack, Levy McRae. Look, I know absolute fuck all about Starlink. I do have a copy of Starlink, the starter kit for 360, I think. Did it come out on the 360? No, it's Xbox One, I can see it. But I know literally nothing about it. It looks like they tried to capitalize on like Lego Dimensions kind of thing. But it's Ubisoft, so it was probably garbage and failed miserably. So now all these things are quite rare. This was only like a couple of bucks, so grab that. And I also got the greatest game controller of all time, this creative shit pad, I guess. Like, I don't know if you can kind of see that, like, those button placements. The D-pad feels disgusting. The buttons feel awful. The whole thing is just... Oh, I just noticed that. The triggers are on, like, 2 different planes. You gotta, like, claw your fingers to get to them. That's disgusting. But it was only $3. Once again, I make poor life choices. That's inside still.
Yeah, just you can talk about it still.
Reckon you can run in and get it for me? The Steam controller. It's on my desk. Underneath the monitor. Spoilers.
Spoilers.
I was doing Nintendo stuff, so I'll keep going. Here's a stack of DS games, and once again, a couple of things to remember. I'm a collector. I have serious mental deficiencies and no self-control. And these were on sale. I don't think any of these are more than $1 or $2.
No, I think we paid like $2 max.
Yeah. And like most of these were already marked down, and then they were marked down further because they wanted to get rid of them. Some of these were 50 cents, and at 50 cents, I'm pretty sure I overpaid. But kind of like that raw material cost, kind of, you'd probably like scrap it if you're that kind of person. But these are all complete as well. Lego Rock Band, which there's no fucking game in. I said they were all complete. That was the one I didn't check, of course.
Nice.
Ah, motherfucker. Cars Maker National Championships. I'm sure that's a real good game. How do you pronounce it?
Ninjago.
Lego Ninjago, the video game. That one's actually in there.
I like your pronunciation better.
Ninjago.
Ninjago.
Ninjango. The D is silent. Lego Rock Band isn't in the case. So we'll take that one back as well. This one also feels empty. No. Lego Batman, no manual. That's fine. I was so excited these were all like 50 cents, I didn't bother to check any. I got Wally. What is this? Is this... No, it's Australian. It's the Australian version. Ooh, fancy. As you can see, we did a very good job getting the stickers off. I despise cash converters. This is where... Actually, you know what? I'm going to save all those ones for later. They're the we're getting off the rails kind of thing. Hang on. Cool. We're going to get progressively stupider. Super Dodgeball Brawlers. This is actually... I think this is based off of Super Dodgeball on the DS or the SNES or the GameCube, Game Boy, something, which I've played and I liked a lot. Once again, this was like $30 and they marked it down to like $2, so I was quite happy with that. Right. I'm Australian. If you don't know what the AFL is, it's the Australian Football League. I do not partake. It's against my religion. But this is AFL mascot manor. So, just the most local game possible. Like, because you can have, like, AFL sports games, which I have, like, when you're actually playing AFL. They're pretty okay. Same thing with, like, cricket. I don't mind cricket games every now and then. This is a game about the mascots on a a countrywide sports game. Sports game? Sport. I really do sound like someone who's never touched a football in my life. But anyway, let's get stupider. By also getting smarter. By doing sight training, brain training, and more brain training. They were all 50 cents and then they marked down further. And also, Nintendo's calling me fat again, so I got My Health Coach. Apparently this includes an exclusive pedometer. It does not include the exclusive pedometer. How will I track my steps?
Get on the Wii Fit board and then go bong bong.
The first time I stepped on a Wii Fit board, it was like, do the balancing motions and stuff, and I was doing it like perfectly. It's like 100% cool. And then it's like, your weight is, and it goes do-do-do-do-do, and it goes whomp with my Wii, my me. I'm like, fuck you. I'm going home. I'm gonna go get drunk. Now, we get to the, I don't know which one of these is the worst. These are all fucking terrible. Imagine Fashion Designer. My Fashion Mall Charm Girls Club. Like, hang on, I'll save that around for a second. All-Star Cheerleader. I should actually check these are all in here. Yeah. Those ones, I checked the ones that I don't care about because I'm stupid. And My Secret World by Imagine. So where I was going with that is, I don't think like having boy games and girl games is necessarily a terrible thing. But this ain't it. No one wants to play this. And I know you might think, well, they sold them. No, a parent bought this for their child, and their child was like, thanks, and then played it once, and it stayed in the corner till it went to cashies, and I bought it for 25 cents. Can you, off the top of your head, or even used to, the Peanut Gallery, actually name one game like this, in this kind of vein, like a kid's game or a girl's game or something like that, that's specifically targeted to a single audience rather than a broad gaming audience that is good.
Rats Rock Angels.
No. The answer is no.
Like on the PS1, I have like
Dora Saves the Mermaids.
I haven't played that. I have like the Ashley Kate and Olsen games.
They were sick on the PS1.
Fucking terrible.
I love them.
Spice World,
Yeah.
like stuff like that.
I love the Mary Kate and Ashley games on PlayStation 1.
If you yourself are a daughter, or if you have a daughter, like I'd be curious to know, like, what if they played games? Would they play this kind of shit? Like, bring it up and play it with them. Torture them. No, sorry, in Minecraft. In My Secret World by Imagine, not in real life. That'd be terrible. The same cache had some PSP games on sale for like $2, so I grabbed those. I got.
This is legit just a password journal.
Is it?
Yeah. It's legit just like one of those like password journals.
So much more than a secret diary. Create your
Yeah.
own diary with hundreds of items. Learn more about yourself from personality quizzes and share your secret in pages with friends or keep them locked with a password.
It's Dolly Magazine and My Secret Password Journal had a baby.
This is what I mean. This is fucking stupid.
It's not a game.
It's not.
It's not a game.
No. But you best believe I'm busting out a DS and this is now my new mental health journal.
What am I doing with my life? Does anyone want to buy my games collection? Just get it off my hands. FIFA 09. So I have a problem before I describe the next game I got, where I tend to buy doubles accidentally because I have a list that I can access on my phone and I never access it. See, here's the bigger issue. I got so excited that these were $2 and the stickers were covering half the name. I actually bought the same game and the same transaction twice. At the very least, I can use the cover from this and replace it with something else. I don't.
One's like a platinum copy, so very.
I'm not very in collecting
You're
PSP games. I'm not doing it. Tiger Woods 06 and FIFA 07. They're only sports games, but I like the PSP. I like the look of the cases. I like the way they look on the shelf. I like playing them, so that's fine. And one of my projects I'm coming up with is a PSP-based thing, so cool. But here's something I will never understand, and I have like 4 or 5 different ones of these. Are UMD movies. I got Hitch and Be Cool. Like, I understand the whole portable media thing, and back then, like, smartphones really weren't capable of that, and this probably had a better screen. But this is like a 200 by 300 resolution screen with like a 700 meg disc, I think these were. So that's shit. There's no other way to describe it. Just absolute fucking garbage. A really terrible viewing experience. I don't get it. One more thing, and then you can go home. Then I'll undo the chains and let the locks out. I bought a Steam controller, in case you didn't gather that. This thing I've been looking at for the last... when did this come out? Like 2014 or something? When I got my Steam Link, they had these going for like $50 when they were clearing them out. The same time I got my Steam Link, but they never had these in stock. And I've always wanted to try one because they looked terrible with these like weird D-pad, touchpad things. Yeah, it's terrible. It's fucking terrible. The way the buttons sort of sit, I can't really display it, but your hands don't quite sit on them like you would expect. This touchpad thing here, I'm sure it's really, really good for like 3D games and shooters and stuff like that because you can kind of like drag it like a trackpad. The only game I've played on it is Isaac, and it doesn't work very well. It has these back triggers, which actually do feel very nice, but I don't have a use for them in Isaac, so they're crap. The triggers on top don't feel too bad. They're not like that Logitech controller. They're actually placed correctly. But the worst thing has to be this fucking D-pad, because it's got like this touchpad thing on top and you think it's a touchpad. It's not. It's just a circle with 4 buttons underneath it, and I think it has a button in the middle. Like, I don't actually know if that's 4 buttons under it, but it doesn't work in Isaac at the very least with that. Maybe in like 3D shooters and stuff it actually works. It's fucking terrible with Isaac, and I know like I might be a fan of Isaac, and I might be like, that's the only game I play. It's not. But you name a single controller, like a generic controller, that's bad at playing games made for playing with controllers. It makes absolutely no sense. These things are expensive now, and that's annoying. I don't have a boxed one, but I have one, and I wish I didn't.
It turns on real cool though.
No. So, because I've synced this with my computer now, you can change the startup noise, and because I haven't changed it, it's just gone back to the default one of... It's got a speaker in it for reasons. The other thing too is, because of the way Steam works, when you load up a game, I'm presuming a little bit here, it maps your buttons to buttons on the keyboard, which is cool. It means there's like ultimate compatibility. It's kind of like joy to key, which is great. It means it will work with anything. The issue is that if you have this on your desk and you put it down and go over to like your messenger, or I don't know, maybe you're working, I don't work, maybe you're watching a video or something, you accidentally push one of the buttons, oh.
I can hear that.
It's like haptic feedback.
Yeah.
Awful. Anyway, it actually will just type a button. So when I'm playing Isaac, it's like WASD and then up, down, left, right. So I'm navigating it, my windows with that. If I accidentally hit that, I push like W or whatever. It's stupid. Techno. It's dumb. Don't buy them. That's it. This was like, well, besides that was $50. The rest was like a little bit of girl math, like $200 over the course of just over a month. Go explore op shops. Go buy games. Go play games. Stop the greed. And if you watched this far, thank you very much. Otherwise, you won't be listening to me, so I'm just going to insult you. I hate you. Bye.